The crowd at Old Trafford arrived with an expectation that thrummed like a heartbeat. Chants rose and fell, and then rose again, each ripple a reminder of history and hope. Barely into the 13th minute, a corner curled toward the near post and Riccardo Calafiori peeled free, meeting the delivery with a glancing header that slipped past the goalkeeper and into the net, a small gesture in time that carried a season's worth of consequence. A defender's header decided an opening night, and suddenly 3 points felt like a sentence written in heavy ink rather than a line on a ledger. There is theatre in such moments, rehearsed routine, one player's timing, and the stadium exhaling as the ball nestles in the corner. Beyond the image of arms raised and away fans roaring, the match unfolded as a study in contrast. Calafiori, only recently through a pre-season injury, moved with a confidence that suggested readiness rather than rust. His runs were timed, his presence at the near post a deliberate exploitation of space. Mikel Arteta's words after the final whistle were telling. He spoke of a player who changes the energy, someone who brings an aura that can alter a dressing room and a team's temperament. That is not mere managerial hyperbole, it is the language of trust. When a coach names an intangible, he also places a mantle of expectation on the shoulders of the player who wore it that evening. And yet the headline goal did not exist in a vacuum. David Raya stood between the result and the upset, producing a sequence of crucial saves as Manchester United flooded the final third and searched for an equaliser. Those reactions were the kind that turn nervous minutes into manageable phases, the kind that let a manager breathe and a team reorganise. Meanwhile, Arteta used the evening to probe his squad. The summer arrivals took to the theatre of Old Trafford, with Martin Zubimendi and Victor Gyökeres given competitive minutes as the manager tested combinations and temperament under pressure. The new faces watched and learned, the old certainties were examined, and the bench became a statement about depth and ambition. Statistical dominance does not always translate into victory. United's possession and shot numbers piled up, but football is rarely won by volume alone. It is often decided in rehearsed seconds, corners, set plays and concentration at key moments. Arsenal's preparation from dead balls paid off tonight, a reminder that preparation can yield margins where pure flair fails. Yet celebration coexists with caution. Calafiori's quality is plain, but availability across a long campaign is the true currency of impact. The player must navigate training loads, knocks and selection demands to turn a single celebrated night into sustained influence. For Arteta, the Old Trafford scalp is both relief and reminder. Praise is a tool. By publicly highlighting a player's presence, a coach embeds that belief into the club's narrative and asks others to follow. The manager will hope set-piece returns are not one-offs, that Raya's performance is repeatable rather than exceptional, and that the summer outlay translates into patterns of play rather than occasional flashes. Supporters will replay the goal in feeds and group chats, cheering the moment while debating whether the result masks deeper tactical questions or signals a resilient campaign built on detail and discipline. In the quiet hours after the whistle, images will circulate, Calafiori's raised arms, Raya clasping the ball, managers offering measured comments, but the truest assessment of this night will take time. Football is measured in sequences, training sessions, recovery plans, selections made when the chips are down, and the slow accumulation of minutes that turn promise into proof. For now, Arsenal return from one of English football's grandest stages with a slender, sweet victory and a narrative hook. A defender's header, a coach's compliment, a goalkeeper's saves. The season will ask whether those elements become woven into a coherent identity or remain brilliant individual threads. Tonight they read like a beginning. The story is now in the making.